Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 2K12 and 30 wins with 30 teams. We've got the Boston Red Sox here in this one. I tell you what, you guys, I am so excited about this one. I've been actually excited to play this one for some time because not only do I get to play as a team that is pretty good, but I also get to go over some pretty awesome history. And that's one of my favorite things about 30 wins with 30 teams is going over the history of a team, and very few teams have as much history as the Boston Red Sox. John Lester on the bump, giving up a hit here as we are going up against the Baltimore Orioles, another team out of the AL East. I was going to go ahead and play go up against the Yankees, and kind of go with that rivalry, but I've already done that earlier, so I didn't want to necessarily double up on this here. Great hit by us here as it goes off of the Green Monster, and that's going to allow me to get a stand-up triple. You can see Pedroia heading over to third. Not even going to be contested at all. So even though we gave up a hit earlier and a pretty bad throw on my part over to second, we're kind of getting some things going here in style pretty quick. Hopefully this will end up being a run. I could bring him home, and we'll be in a good position here for us to put some points on the board against a team that is actually ranked better than us here in MLB 2K12. The Orioles are actually ranked pretty high, so that's awesome. All right, so in the second inning here, not the best pitch for me, but this is the best hit of the game here for the Baltimore Orioles as this goes over the monster here. All right, so this kind of takes me to a good point here to be able to talk about some of the history with the Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox came into being here in 1901. They were one of the original American League teams. So, 1901, these guys have been around over 100 years. 111, in fact. So one of the things that I get most excited about, though, when you look at the length that the Boston Red Sox have been around and all the history that they've been able to put together, is Fenway Park itself. Now, Fenway Park is the oldest ballpark that is active in Major League Baseball right now. This year, we actually celebrated the 100th anniversary of Fenway Park. So that kind of lets you know if it is 2012, 100 years ago would have been 1912. And just imagine all of the things that this ballpark has been a part of. Babe Ruth has played here. You've had so many other great players that have played here as well. World Series championships, stuff like that. I mean, there's some really cool features about it, too, that I love. I mean, the Green Monster is one of the biggest things. You've got the Lone Red Seat, which marks the longest home run ever hit at Fenway Park. Ted Williams hit that one on June 9th. In 1946. I think that's pretty cool. Things like that are celebrated. History is a big part of the Boston Red Sox, and that's one of the things that really makes me enjoy watching these guys. It's just their appreciation for where they've come from and excitement for where they're going all the time. So anyway, let's get back to the game here. We'll kind of go into more history here, of course, a little bit later on. But this is going to be the first run of the game for us here. Coming home, no problem at all. So we tie it up at 1. Remember, the Baltimore Orioles hit that home run just a little bit ago. So it's kind of nice to be able to have things tied up. Look at this momentum that we have going now. Hopefully we can build upon it and get some more runs here in the game just so that way we're not behind any longer. All right, so third inning, though. Still tied at 1 here. Jacoby Ellsbury hitting this one into center field. Now, of all the players in MLB 2K12, I guess in all of Major League Baseball, Jacoby Ellsbury is one of my favorites to have in the game because of his speed. It is ridiculous. Here we go with the four-seam fastball that's high. As a catcher, you love to get those, and he gets there no problem. So Jacoby Ellsbury getting the stolen base here. I am thinking about heading over to third, but because I got a lefty up at the plate, I don't want to necessarily go ahead and do that. One of the unfortunate things, though, is I'm not able to bring him home. So fourth inning. Good hit for the Orioles that goes into center field. And they've been doing pretty good here, but, gosh, not a good throw. All right, Lester allowing another hit. So we've got runners on first and second. Baltimore is actually doing pretty good now offensively. They're building a little streak going here. It's worrying me a lot, actually. Gosh, and this one overshot by me. And that's going to allow a runner to come home. It should be the bases loaded. But that's going to be 2-1 now. Orioles are going to be on top. And they've got a couple runners here in scoring position. A good hit by him could bring both of them home, and that's going to expand their lead. I cannot allow them to score a lot of runs because I think it's going to be pretty difficult for us to be able to come back. But there is a hit. Not the best. Brings one runner home. We've got runners on first and third now, so I got to be careful here. Granted, we've got 2 outs, so that's okay. We've gotten a couple people out here. Just need to get one more. So I'm trying to go ahead and see if I can throw it low so we can get a ground ball. But you can see I'm a little tense right now, so this is not my best pitch. Definitely taken advantage of here. This goes into the gap in left center, and we're going to be looking at more runners coming home. So 5-1 now here in the 4th inning. Lester just kind of falling apart here in this inning. Not what you typically see out of Lester, but I guess anything can happen here in baseball. It's one of the things that makes it so awesome. But this hit, jeez, when is this going to stop? I got to find something, and that wasn't smart either. That goes, with me throwing it home here, the runner advances over to second. So I may have just allowed the computer to get another run here if they can continue to get hits. Now, the thing that's been more frustrating about this streak that Baltimore has been going on more than anything else is it's either pitch number 1 or 2 at the at-bat that they keep making contact with. So I decided let's go ahead and bring out Bobby V. So we're going to see if we can calm down Lester here a little bit, because when a pitcher is a little bit more tense, the computer is going to have an easier chance, or a better chance, excuse me, of being able to get a hit. It's easier for him. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. So hopefully now that he's calmed down, nope. Yep, not going to help at all. So there's another run. We're looking at a 7-1 game here at this point. The Orioles able to pick up 6 runs here in 1 inning. So this has got to stop. I got to make sure that I do everything I can to prevent them from getting any more runs. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring somebody else in here other than Lester. So we got some people warming up here in the bullpen. We'll see if we're going to need any of these new pitchers, though. All right, so players for the Red Sox. You've got so many good players that have played over the years. I mean, let me kind of go over just some of the Hall of Famers who have played for the Red Sox at one time, all right? So obviously you got Babe Ruth, because if you're a Red Sox fan, you know about the Babe Ruth curse. But Babe Ruth was sold to the Yankees, so Babe Ruth has played for him. You've got Wade Boggs, who's played for him, Carlton Fisk, Jimmy Fox. You've got Ricky Henderson as well. Ricky Henderson's one of my favorites, so I always like bringing that up. Tom Seaver, Ted Williams, Cy Young. Gosh, really great players. And that's another thing, too. Not only is it just history of the ballpark, the team, but also the players as well. You've just got some phenomenal players over the years, which I get excited about as well. All right, so like I said, we're bringing Lester out here. We're going to go ahead and bring in a reliever, see if we can kind of mix things up a little bit, because the computer last inning just absolutely destroyed me on anything that I was throwing at him. So maybe if we can throw something a little bit different here, we'll be all right. So as Bobby V hands Mortensen the ball, we will see how things go here for us. All right. So now that I've got somebody else in here, it's not pretty, because first pitch from Mortensen, we're looking at another hit. I don't know what the Orioles have been doing to get some hits here, but they've had a tremendous streak. All right, so I'm going to try and throw something a little bit low. Ooh, Punto. Over to Pedroia. Over to Alex Gonzalez. Double play. So 5-4-3 double play right there. So maybe this will be the beginning here of things turning around for the Boston Red Sox here in this game. We'll be able to get some good hits here in the 6th inning. Now, because we're looking at the shadow here, it makes it a lot harder to hit the ball. Surprised that one didn't go over the monster here. Hit right at the top, but that's going to allow me to get a double here with Jacoby Ellsbury. So now I've got him over at second. And maybe an opportunity to bring him home by stealing, but it doesn't really happen right there. Got a fly ball I wasn't able to advance on and a ground ball. But anyway, so one of the things that I like celebrating about the Red Sox here is the 2004 World Series. That was absolutely awesome. Because before they had won the World Series in 2004, the last time that the Red Sox had won a World Series was 1918. All right, so you're looking at an 86-year window where they hadn't won a World Series. And that was because of what a lot of people believe, the Babe Ruth curse. When Babe Ruth was sold, it put the Red Sox in a position here where something was going to have to happen to break the curse. But the ALCS of the 2004 season was by far one of the coolest things that I have ever been able to witness. Now, if you guys have Netflix, you got to watch 4 Days in October. It kind of goes over everything that had happened. But to put it very simply, Red Sox and Yankees playing in the ALCS. Whoever wins ends up going to the World Series. So Red Sox didn't have, and it's a series of 7 games. That was a dumb play for me, by the way. So you win 4 games, you advance, all right? So the Yankees go out winning the first 3 games. So they are up 3-0 here in the series. They just need one more win, and they advance. It had never been done in baseball prior to this, but the Red Sox, out of nowhere, pull things together, and they win 4 games in a row. Like I said, never happened in baseball before, but the Red Sox did it. And the whole story of it is just awesome. You've got Curt Schilling, who had an amazing performance. Absolutely historic here with everything that was going on with his ankle and the surgery that he had gotten. But tremendous comeback. And that is one of the things that I've always loved about the Red Sox is comebacks. You see them a lot in the rivalry taking place between the Yankees and the Red Sox that's lasted over 100 years. And we may be taking a look at something like that right here in the game, as in the 8th inning, we're really pulling things together here, especially with 2 outs. This hit is going to bring 2 runners home after I was able to get the bases loaded, and we've got a couple more runners here in scoring position. So when we were down 7-1, it is 7-6 now. So we've gotten 5 runs in this inning right now. This sets up things pretty well for me. And when the Orioles not too long ago were able to get hits on pitch number 1 or 2 of the at-bat, that's what I've been doing here now. So it's kind of great being able to turn things around. Good hit that goes into center field. That's going to be the tying run. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get the run that will give me the lead. I'm out. So great throw from center field. 9th inning now. Still got Mortensen in here. Ooh, going deep. Jacoby Ellsbury won't have a problem getting that one here at all, as it is caught. So we head into the bottom of the 9th. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a look at everything here taking place for the 9th inning. If I can go ahead, of course, and get a run right here, the game is mine. We don't have to advance into extra innings. So at this point, Orioles have brought in a reliever. You can see with the submarine pitch, not only does it make it hard to be able to see that, but you also got the shadow here at Fenway Park. It makes it difficult to see the ball as well. So O'Day is in. All right, I didn't see that earlier. All right, so still tied at 7. Jacoby Ellsbury, who's been phenomenal this game, goes ahead and gets a hit in the gap in left center, and he is going to be on second. So if there's anybody in the game here who I would want to be on second here in a situation like this, where we are in the bottom of the 9th, it is going to be him. All right. So letting that one go. Strike 1. I thought that was going to end up being a little bit outside. Ends up not being the case here. Watch that one go, though. So a little plate discipline is helping me out considerably in this at-bat. Got to look for something good. Got to be patient. I thought that was going to be it, but timing was a little bit off, and that one ends up going foul. Not in the stands, though. Sinker swinging on that one here. That was a bad one to swing on, too. That one would have been a ball, but instead it goes foul into the stands. All right, so we're going to get Bailey warmed up just in case things kind of turn around here. That one goes up the middle. Jacoby Ellsbury coming home. That is going to be a walk-off hit. And the Red Sox win on a great comeback. Now, come on, you guys. It's 30 wins with 30 teams. It's not like I'm going to lose here, but what a great, great game. This was attempt number 3 to win against the Orioles. I wasn't able to do it here. Besednik getting player of the game here, too. He was the one who got the game-winning hit. Man, just an awesome game. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching 30 Wins with 30 Teams. We got a National League team coming up here next. We'll try and do it out of the NL East here since I'm playing AL East right now. But anyway, again, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you guys did. There's a lot of different series that I do here on this channel. And if you guys want to be in the know on what's going on, you guys know you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching. You guys know I do. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.